Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into something truly special. We're looking at The Great Adventures of Zion. It actually started back in 2022 as a young adult novel and graphic concept by creator Kirsten Yates, but now it's rapidly evolving into this massive, high-octane animated pitch. And what makes this so incredibly unique is that it centers on a protagonist whose superpowers are directly tied to his real-world battle with diabetes. It's this whole universe where a medical diagnosis isn't some weakness. It's actually the key to unlocking his destiny. Take a look at this quote from Yates. It really hits home and sets the deeply personal stakes for the journey we're about to unpack. He's not just trying to write a fun sci-fi adventure here. He is on a very real mission to provide representation for a community that, let's be honest, gets overlooked a lot in mainstream media. He wants to spread awareness, educate, and, most importantly, give kids fighting this disease a hero to look up to. A hero who fights the exact same battles they do, every single day. So here is how we'll break this down. First, we'll look at how a personal battle inspires the story. Second, we'll meet Zion, the Martian heir. Third, we'll dive into his allies and interplanetary enemies. Fourth, we'll talk about its evolution into an animated series. And finally, we'll cover the incredible power of its representation. Let's start with Section 1. A personal battle inspires. Okay, I want you to really think about this number. 463 million. That is the staggering number of people worldwide currently living with diabetes. It's a mind-numbing figure, right? Yates points out that over 1.1 million children and adolescents are living with this globally, and over 132,000 are diagnosed with type 2 every single year. So this isn't just a niche issue, it is a full-blown global health crisis. And yet, ask yourself, how often do we actually see this reality reflected in our invincible superheroes? Almost never. And this is where the story gets deeply personal. Kirsten Yates channeled his own family's history with diabetes straight into this project. He actually dedicated the original book to his late father, John L. Yates, who fought the disease and absolutely loved cartoons and comic books. Now, Kirsten is an avid martial artist, a Tang Soo Do master, actually, so he's all about taking physical action for your health. But he realized he needed to use his pen, too. He saw the havoc diabetes wreaks on families, and he wrote this to spare future generations that exact pain. He literally turned his family's grief into this universal tale of strength. Moving right along to Section 2. Meet Zion, Martian heir. So, meet our guy, Zion Jones. On the surface, he seems like your average athletic high school senior in a nice suburban town outside Dodge City. He's popular, he's confident, but beneath all that, Zion is secretly struggling. Big time. After a violent encounter at school lands him in the hospital, he gets hit with a sudden severe type 2 diabetes diagnosis. So now you've got this teenager just trying to navigate high school and pass his classes while suddenly dealing with bizarre eating habits, severe blurred vision, and the terrifying onset of ketoacidosis seizures. And this right here perfectly illustrates the brilliant mirror technique Yates uses in the story. Zion's medical crises, they are the exact catalysts waking up his dormant alien genetics. When his body goes into diabetic shock, it's not a medical failure at all. It's an evolutionary trigger. His blood is actually morphing into a supply route for a powerful serum. So what the human doctors perceive as a disease is literally just his human biology struggling to adapt to his extraterrestrial heritage. How cool is that? As things get worse medically, Zion is fused with this experimental nanotech system. It was originally designed by his super genius sister just to treat his diabetes and filter that special serum. But when a mysterious stranger alters it with Martian tech, Zion's body rapidly evolves. He finds out he's actually half Martian, and this living nanotech suit permanently bonds with him. It stabilizes his condition, yeah, but it also unlocks these absolutely godlike physical capabilities. So the really crucial takeaway here is that Zion isn't just super strong. His powers are a direct extension of his condition. His cosmic energy manipulation, his wild speed, his ability to generate advanced biological armor, it's all tied directly to his glucose levels and the serum flowing through his veins. He literally channels cosmic energy to amplify his physical stats. The suit adapts, it repairs itself, it evolves right along with him. It's essentially an active, real-time response to his body's internal battle. Okay, Section 3, Allies and Interplanetary Enemies. Because every great hero needs a great ally, right? For Zion, it's his brilliant younger sister, Alexandria. She is the super genius who literally engineered the nanotech system keeping him alive. If Zion is the brawn, Alexandria is 100% the brains. She works with nanotechnology, organic AI. She's the one analyzing his vitals, administering the serums, and trying to decode their alien lineage, all while trying to keep her big brother grounded in reality. But on the flip side, we've got some heavy-hitting adversaries coming at him from two totally different worlds. First up, there's his ruthless Aunt Vanessa. She commands dark cosmic forces, believes the Martian throne was stolen from her, and basically wants to obliterate Zion's entire legacy. Then, over on Earth, you have Artillery. He's this hardened, heavily armed military leader who is dead set on controlling Zion's potential before humanity gets wiped off the cosmic map. So, no pressure. Both of them either want to harness his evolution or destroy it completely. And all of this incredibly rich lore traces straight back to King Anan of Mars, Zion's biological father. Through these wild astral plane connections, Zion learns his dad was a protector. He ruled a beautiful, progressive world right up until a civil war, sparked by Vanessa, naturally, caused the whole planet to collapse. King Anan actually went into exile on Earth just to protect his son. So Zion isn't just a kid in a cool suit. He is carrying the royal lineage of a fallen empire. The destiny of Earth and Mars is literally resting on his shoulders. Let's jump into Section 4, Evolving to Animated Series. Just look at this pitch deck visual. It perfectly captures that explosive sci-fi action and anime-influenced style that investors and audiences are absolutely craving right now. It screams high production value, kind of like those massive global animated hits that perfectly blend kinetic action with deep character drama. This IP has grown so much from its graphic novel roots, it's an action-packed universe that practically demands to be on screen. It is prime territory for investors looking for the next big, culturally significant breakout. The creators are pitching what they call a graphic cinematic animation style. And I love this. They are blending striking comic book aesthetics like deep charcoal blacks, rough ink textures, and that super high contrast electric blue light, all mixed with profound emotional realism. The animation references dynamic staging, really expressive facial animations, and highly kinetic sequences with exaggerated force. Every single frame is engineered to feel like a living, breathing graphic novel. And the world building here operates on just a massive cosmic scale. It brilliantly contrasts the grounded, real-world setting of suburban America, cracked concrete, everyday life, against the ancient, dangerous, futuristic ruins of the Martian kingdom. The pitch really emphasizes that connection is key. It bridges the hidden truths of Earth with the dying planet of Mars, creating this dual-world dynamic that just feels endless and alive. Breaking down the suit's tactical overlays here, you can see this highly detailed evolution path. From the helmet's heads-up display to the cosmic energy core and adaptive plating, the whole property is perfectly primed to be a highly serialized visual powerhouse. It means viewers get to visually track Zion's growth, episode by episode, as he goes from a vulnerable human teenager into this evolving legendary figure. And finally, Section 5, the power of representation. Kirsten Yates hit the nail on the head here. He recognized that we are in a totally new era of storytelling. Modern audiences, we don't just want mindless escapism anymore. We want meaning. We want truth. People desperately want to see their own real-world struggles reflected back at them on screen. They want heroes who look like them, who carry legacies that inspire, and who fight battles that actually matter, like the very real daily physical and emotional toll of living with a chronic illness. Just think about the sheer power of this tagline for a second. He was never sick, he was evolving. Zion completely reframes a terrifying medical diagnosis. By turning diabetes from a debilitating weakness into the literal catalyst for superhuman strength, this story shows millions of kids and families that the very thing that makes you feel broken might actually be the exact thing that makes you extraordinary. It's just a beautiful message. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. In an era where audiences are practically demanding meaning, isn't it time our heroes reflected our real-world battles? The Great Adventures of Zion isn't just some cool animated pitch about a Martian prince. It's a necessary cultural icon. By blending cosmic warfare with a deeply personal health battle, Zion is ready to educate, represent, and inspire a global community that has frankly been waiting way too long for a hero to call their own. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I really hope this sparks your curiosity to check out Zion's universe for yourself.